So Robbie, really exciting time in terms of data strategy. What's on the kind of front and centre kind of mind for the global data team?
Yeah, so we're a really exciting time. We spent the last 18 months, 2 years, really laying the right foundations when we're talking about the capability of the team and how we work, and also the data stack that we've implemented. And we're in a really strong place in terms of that and the adoption of that platform. And now it's about mobilizing that more and pushing the data strategy further. And there's 3 goals in our data strategy. They've been consistent over the last 2 years. The first one is around everyone in Specsavers has their own data story to tell. And that really speaks to the breadth and the coverage of data which we want to achieve, that everyone, regardless of where they work in the organisation, can use data is accessible to them and they're enabled to do so. The second one's around being a fantastic place to work. Specsavers is a terrific people organisation, so the kind of overarching culture is very, very strong here. But we like to kind of bring that down as well into all of our data teams and our analytics teams, and I know that's something which you're keen on as well. And engagement and culture in our team is very, very high. And the third one is that people can reach decisions in a matter of minutes. And some of that is a technology-enabled thing, but also it's around making sure that we're using the right channels, making sure that we're putting analytics in the right places and embedding them back into our platforms, and making sure it's very accessible and very usable by everyone across the organisation. How are things shaping up for your team with the year ahead?
It's a really exciting time, actually, Robbie, and I think we are just on the cusp, actually, of really starting to think about how we're going to use people data as we go forward into the balance of this year, and then also sort of the long-term kind of objectives, really. So we've done a massive amount of investment in terms of our people technology solution. So we have now got a dedicated system to capture all of our people data in the UK, which is massively exciting, a big first for Specsavers. And that's going to present loads of opportunities around actually how we then use that information to drive future sort of business decision making. So massively exciting time.
And what are the kind of things we think we can do to like improve colleague experience through data?
So the data that we're capturing it across our retail business, our manufacturing and distribution sites, and also our support office. So we can now really start to get a good handle of just at a very basic level, who people are at Specsavers, what they do for us and the role that they play in the organisation. But we're actually using that information to now start to look at how we do sort of talent modelling, for example. We can start thinking about actually our diversity and inclusion objectives and actually how we really make Specsavers an even better place to work. So it's massively exciting. It's taking that shift from just reporting and just capturing what's already happened to really now starting to think about actually how we anticipate future trends and future opportunities for Specsavers as well. From my kind of perspective, is there some sort of learnings that you've seen in other parts of the organisation you'd be saying, James, this is the sort of stuff that you need to kind of get into, or these are the things where you think there's some learnings that we should be applying to the way that we sort of handle and manipulate, I guess, people data going forward?
Yeah, good. Yeah, really good question. I think it's striking the right balance, I think, of recruiting some strong talent into the organisation. So it's a combination of bringing in some talent, some people who've done some really strong data and analytics things, but also grounding that with knowledgeable Specsavers employees. Where we're a business with 30 years of kind of rich history, some complex processes, a lot of kind of like legacy platforms. So really, our process knowledge and our system knowledge is really in the heads of a lot of our employees. So bringing that combination of experienced Specsavers people who we can bring into data roles and combining them with some fresh blood, which we also want to bring in from external, because we don't think we can fulfill all of those data roles from within the organisation is the exciting thing, which we can kind of crash those two things together.
And from your perspective, if you've got some sort of clear gaps where you think actually there's some talent in this particular area that we're missing, or some particular kind of skills or development things that you'd like to bring into the organisation?
I think the immediate one, if we think about maturity, is around like data visualization. And what can we do, because that's going to be common across every business area. We need more people who are very effective at driving insights from data and making them very compelling in a visual format. And then as we advance, we know we're beginning to really answer more complex advanced analytics questions that we need data scientists to really get stuck into as well. And whilst at the moment we have some data scientists sitting in a centralized pool, our vision for the future is that data scientists are embedded all around the organization, delivering value into the people team, into the marketing team, into the commercial team, etc., etc.